Nintendo Switch 2. Joy-Con 2 controllers that attach in a snap.
Oh boy, the last couple of weeks have been interesting in the console gaming market as Nintendo, revealing their new Switch 2, been a disaster, even though the pre-order sales has gone through the roof, but the reputation has been, bad. Your PlayStation, increasing the console prices, increasing PlayStation Plus in certain countries, and you got lately, I said in my last video, Xbox is doing the same. Oh boy. Yep. We are now heading towards a gaming class. We are headed towards a gaming class. And this is not a new subject I done. Like I said in my last video on my Xbox price rises video, I said we are now heading towards a class. And over a year ago on my main channel on the Breaking Cares, I'd done like a video thinking, we are now heading towards one. Now I'm 100%. We are now heading towards one. And here's my top 5 reasons. So, let's get started. Sally.
Where's the heart?
Lack of heart and literality from studios. Now, you're all wondering what I mean by this. Now, what I mean by lack of literality and heart is you've got studios doing the same type of game all the time with copy and paste, with a makeover on top, sound as a different game, even though it's the same game with a bit of tweak in there, and also milking franchises to death, even though we love the franchises, but to the point that it milked too much, we end up hating it, and meanwhile we got other franchises it got that are not getting touched for God knows how long, and it's criminal, you know what I mean? And also the lack of originality on new IPs. Yeah, I know there are some new IPs, but a 9 out of 10 they get ignored by these studios. That's why the indie market are doing well than the AAA studios. So I can name 2 examples. The first one, Ubisoft. Yes, we all know Ubisoft has been a big fuck up for years now with some of the decision making. But they are a good example of this. One of their games, a year or two release Assassin's Creed. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad game series, we all love Assassin's Creed. But for fig's sake, they are basically the same game, basically. They are. They don't tweak much to them. The only time I got reflecting, reflecting was in Origins. And even then they fucked that up with the amount of, microtransactions and, crap on that. Which I will bring that up later on the video, because that is one of the problems too. But even then, Assassin's Creed is milked. It is completely milked. At the same time with Far Cry, that is milked. It is basically the same game. Now, even though I am a big Far Cry fan, but it all basically the same game with, copy and paste, change a bit of the story, change the characters, and add 1-2 mechanics in the gameplay. Nothing new in these games at all. So it is a lack of that. And what makes it more worse, it got like other franchises that it could use. Like the big one we all be asking for years is Splinter Cell. Where the fuck is Splinter Cell? We all want a new Splinter Cell game, but it hasn't happened yet. And no, there's reports that they are working on a remake, but even then, it should not take this long to do a new Splinter Cell game. And now people will say, but you just said it's work, or you sick of Last of Us Odyssey because technically it is Assassin's Creed with the stealth. Yeah, I know, but it is a spy thriller with stealth. You know what I mean? Again, we all want Splinter Cell. That's one of them. They've got like stuff like Rayman. Where's the hell is a new Rayman game? You know what I mean? We all want a new Rayman game. Ubisoft at the moment now is a mess. And it shows it. It does. And even then, somehow it gets like a new franchise or something new for them. They still fuck it up. I mean, look at Star Wars Outlaws. That should have been an easiest idea to do. A bounty hunter game. But what you do, you copy and paste with Assassin's Creed. That's what it is. It's a copy and paste Assassin's Creed game. It is... no, me. I'm sorry. It should have been so much better. Then, the second studio I want to bring up as an example is Naughty Dog. Yeah, Naughty Dog. What's going on with you? Because this is the thing. I loved this studio years ago. Now, the last couple of years, I question their decisions. I am. Again, I'm not saying they don't have heart in the studio, but on the outside, with us doing, what they're doing, it feels like they lost their soul, they lost their heart on what they're doing. It looks like that because some of the stuff they've done is questionable. The first one is The Last of Us. Now, this is the thing. The Last of Us is one of those franchises that I should hate because at the time that game came out, loads of studios have a crazy phase of releasing zombie games or survival horror games non-stop. Got to a point that I got sick of it. And this is happening now with stuff like Battle Royale, then Fortnite and PUBG came out. Everyone doing Battle Royales, which I got sick of that. And lately, we got Asian Direct doing an announcement of a Souls game. Again, I like the games at first, but now it's like, come on, every single studio is doing a Souls game now. It is getting annoying. And at the time, I thought, oh, a zombie apocalypse game. But the reason why I stuck by them is because I love Uncharted. I love Jack and Dexter. I love, Crash Bandicoot. I love the list of Crash Bandicoot. They produced the first game. So I thought, okay, I will give it a chance. I loved it. I love Last of Us. And yes, I know this might sound controversial. I actually like the second game. Yeah, I got some problems with it. Where one day I'll do a video on that. But I actually do love The Last of Us 2. Part 2. So, what got me saying that if they do 3 now, I won't be asked? Because it's a franchise, a milk to death, even though we wanted more games in that world. And people say, how they milk the games to death? Let's go back to the first game on the PS3. They brought out big success. A year later, the PS4 came out and released The Last of Us Remastered. Okay, not a big controversy because this happens quite a lot. Anytime a new console comes out, they release like a new port of the old game a year prior. It happens all the time. I'll be honest, yeah, it is a good remaster, and also it includes the DLC where you got to pay separately on the PS3. So I thought, okay, that is not a bad deal, to be fair, at the time. Then we got, Last of Us Part 2. Okay. Then we got The Last of Us Part 1, which is a remake of The Last of Us. But it's not the same time because it basically is the same game, or it is a reskin. And somehow a charge full price for this game. We're also having less content because in the original Last of Us, they have a multiplayer mode. In this version, they removed the multiplayer mode. So basically, you're paying more for a reskin with less content. Fuck you. Yeah, I know the gameplay is a bit better, but even then, it's like, this is not worth the money. Know what I mean? Then things get worse with The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. So, okay. It is like a reskin again? No, it's the exact same game as the PS4 version, but better evolution and better performance and a new mode. Now, this the thing about the funny thing about The Last of Us Part 2. Then the PS5 came out, it gave a free update for people who own a PS5 for better performance on The Last of Us Part 2, the PS4 version. So basically you're paying, for, a new mode and a handful of director's cut content. Again, this should have been DLC, but instead it charged as a full release, basically. Then, lately this year, it announced The Last of Us Complete, which is The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 in one bundle as a limited edition. You see what I mean? Amount of versions we got for 2 games. For 2 games. Amount of versions we got for 2 fucking games. And we could have part 3, or we could have, a side story, or because the world's that big. You can tell so many stories in that world. Is there making like, small, games or, stuff like that? No. We released the first 2 games so many times. Yeah. Bravo. And now you announced a new IP, which again, people will say, oh, you want new IP? And make a new IP with a Warrior Court Intergalactic, if I pronounced that right. And the problem with that is, it's basically, 1980s futuristic sci-fi adventure. Stuff like loads of these studios doing now, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, or crap. Yeah, it was fun at first. Now, again, it's another thing getting milk. Hopefully, it does the Last of Us thing with, with a great gameplay, great story. It might hook you in. But again, Naughty Dog is one of those studios that is questionable at the moment now. Especially with the, Factions 2, where people want more, got closed down, got cancelled. To be fair, that's not their fault, that's technically PlayStation's fault. Technically, because choose to fund, Concord more than this. And, the online Spider-Man game that we all would have loved. Instead, they went with a FPS hero shooter where there's like a million of them in the market. Blah, blah, PlayStation. So, let's move on to the next one.
How much will it cost?
Cost of games. Yeah, this is not a new subject. It's been going for years now. And lately, it's gone to a boiling point because of done another increase on games. As you see with Nintendo with Mario Kart World, which is now £75 in the UK and $80 in the States. Lately, Xbox announced their third-party games will be $80 in this holiday season. And at the moment now, at the time we record this video, PlayStation have not joined in yet. But we all know it will. After the Ghost of Tsushima sequel and we call it Death Stranding 2. Once those 2 games come out completely, the next set of games will be the same price as them. And not going to copy. If I'm them, I would not do it. Just be dead smart. But we all know the corporate lead ain't not going to do that. So, what the excuse? Why are you doing this? Well, according to reports, it's something to do with production costs. Which, into it is kind of true. But again, why should customers be punished for, you're overproducing these games? Like, for example, let's go to Marvel Spider-Man 2. Reports coming out that the game budget is $300 million. Yeah. $300 million. And why should us, the consumer, get punished for you over budgeting a game I'm sorry. Yeah, I get it. It affects. I'm sorry, but I think people prefer to take the graphics down than having, what you call it, isn't it? Overproduced game, which again, you're going to punish customers more of. You know what I mean? That you got to look at. It is ridiculous on the budgets coming out, and especially with GTA 6. The reports come out that that's going to cost up to $2 billion to make the game. If that's true, I do not believe it. Before you say, that can't be true, I agree. I do not believe it. If that's true, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm sorry. What the fuck? That is over the top. I'm sorry. And because you spend so much money on this game, we all know this could be a £90 to $100 game. We all know that. I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous if that is true. And again, us as customers are getting punished for it. Getting punished for their poor management. Because most of the time, these games getting made over budget are getting done with crunch. It got to pay more money out. Like I said before with Spider-Man 2. Reports coming out that was $270, but it had to spend an estimate $30 million due to other problems behind the scenes. So, yeah, $30 million extra just for problems. And again, who's getting punished? Us as customers. I'm sorry. So, yeah, that is one of the main problems why we're heading towards a class. We'll get to the next one.
$101 for a Krabby Patty? With cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese.
Price of consoles. Yeah, this one is a weird one, and it's a subject, lately now that Ellen is confused with, because this generation, consoles are going up after 5 years. During 5 years comes out, the pricing have 2 price increases. Xbox have their price increase just lately. And why are you increasing prices on 5-year-old hardware? And before someone type down Trump's tariffs, I can counter that. 2 things. 1, Trump was warned 2 years before he became president that he's going to do this. So these companies have been better prepared for this. And again, us customers get punished for them not repairing. Reason 2, it probably got many of these consoles in the countries now. Produced, done. But a 2 their bullshit to try to get extra money out of the customers' pockets. I'm being serious. This is no excuse. Why are you increasing prices on 5-year-old hardware? Yeah, I know people are attacking Nintendo Switch 2 prices. In certain countries, the prices is high, but in other countries, it's reasonable. But you gotta give Nintendo credit. It is new hardware made for Nintendo. It's brand new for Nintendo. They produce new hardware. Yeah, is it powerful as a PS5 and Xbox Series X? No, it's not. But it's a handheld, and the way it sounds like it's like a PS4 Pro and the Series X. It's between there, you know what I mean? So, to me personally, in the UK at least, the prices is not bad. The only thing Nintendo fucked up on is the game side of it, you know what I mean? The price of games, the key cost situation is not clear. I get an abuse, as you see in third party. Most of them are doing most of them are doing key cards. So yeah, you tend to go upon with that. But for the consoles, it's not that bad. But PlayStation and Xbox, I'm sorry, but there's no excuse. These prices increases on 5-year-old hardware, no excuse. The whole point is you cut the price down, make a bit of a loss, and that then get more people on your ecosystem spend more money in your marketplace, spend more money on your accessories, and spend more money on your membership. Which brings up my next point, which is
membership included.
Online membership. Yeah. The Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, PlayStation Plus, and Nintendo Online. Now, the problem with them is their services makes no sense in the modern day. Especially if your console's costing so much money compared to PC, why are you charging money to play online? To me personally, these memberships should be only for stuff like Game Pass, which that's what I think Xbox is genius for, but it's bullshit that you still got to pay, online basically. You got to have Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass Standard to play online, which to me, no. Make online free. Make the Game Pass Ultimate as your, subsistence, know what I mean? The same with PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus starting the same thing what Game Pass doing. So basically, make your online, free. And the same with Nintendo. And yes, I'm calling Nintendo on this bit now because the Nintendo Online is bullshit. Yeah, the game library is good, blah blah blah, good. But to charge for, to tat on the new Switch 2, yeah, fuck you, Nintendo. And also, again, like the other two, charging to play online. Again, more people playing your game online, the more likely you'll make more money on sales. You know what I mean? Especially if you do my next problem, which is
it's about money.
Microtransactions and DLC. Now, yeah, this is one of my main problems. Then you're paying, full price for a game, especially now if the price gone up to £75, $80. You're paying those prices, right? Before the game even comes out, rub in the season pass on your face. And basically, it's extra missions, story content, and at first, make the game last longer, fine. But the problem is, by you doing that before the game comes out, we all know what you done. You took content from the base game and make us pay extra for it. That's all what you're doing. Instead of, release the game and then about half a year later announce a story expansion. People won't have problems with that. If the game's good, people will pay. But because you're rubbing our faces of your season pass, you get so many expansions in the story. Even before we play the game, even before that we like the game or dislike the game, it's in our faces. Then, what made things worse, you got microtransactions, stuff like, extra health, or, clothing, or, random crap. Also, God, you're trying this for these games. Why are you putting microtransactions in these games? There's only should be two options. One, make the game free to play, add microtransactions to make money off it, or charge for the game but add no microtransactions, because all you're doing is fucking your customers up, and we're getting enough of it now. Because again, when there's no way I'm paying £75 for a game and then I want to add microtransactions on top of it. No excuse at all. And this what killing gaming. It killing enjoying gaming, because it feels like that we get milked now. Our wallets. That's what it feels like. It feels like we get milked our wallets, and these corporations need to get their head out of their asses and see the real world, because these people are having enough now. They are. So, I got one more bonus one. Yeah, I know I said there's 5, my 5 reasons. But here's a bonus one that is another problem I got lately, which is console fanboys. Yeah. These idiots are probably the main reason why these corporations are doing this bullshit. Because no matter how weird this gets, these fanboys simps so hard for their favorite corporations. It is sustaining that they willing to kick their asses so hard, even though they don't give a fuck about them. All they care about is making so much money. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about how you live. All they care about is taking money from you. And these fanboys are so bad. Like, let's pick up some examples. One from each consoles, to be fair, okay? First one, we got, I've done videos on him, Tista with blocking me because I put out that, why should PlayStation do a price increase on 5-year hardware? He defends that, saying that it's only some reasons, and that's other reasons. No excuse. Because I point that out so many times to him, then he attacking Nintendo to 24/7 on this app, on Twitter. He blocked me because he knows he cannot win with me. Because he knows that this company is gumbags. Then you got this Xbox fanboy named Primo or something like that. He's defended the Xbox price increase, including 5-year hardware, by saying that it's inflation. People need to settle down. Again, have you stopped playing games lately? Because normally in a console life cycle, after 2 or 3 years, price goes down. That means more people get into the ecosystem. But no, you're going up. So that means less people get into the ecosystem. Yeah. You can't see how stupid you sounded by saying settle down. Really. Then we finish up with this Eternal fanboy by defending the Wildcard World price by saying let's be real, Wildcard World will be worth $80. Oh my god. Seriously. By you giving a positive light, the corporation saying, oh, he's happy that we're fucking them, you know what I mean? He's happy that we're taking advantage of yous by saying stuff like that. I'm sorry, but yeah, I wouldn't vote to Wildcard World, but I'm still calling it. I'm still calling the bullshit, you know what I mean, of the price. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Even if he mean it as a joke, the corporation will see that saying, oh, he's happy to pay $80. Let's make all our games $90, know what I mean? Seriously, this is... It's not mental how the fanboys act like most of them, especially Tipster, lives for 24 hours calling all consoles while they're constantly defending, the PlayStation. Does the same thing. He defends that. It makes no sense. All the fanboys are saying, man. I wonder why corporations do these dumb moves. Seriously. Also, God, this is at a certain time we're in now in gaming, and yeah, I just said that the stuff I point out, these are the main reason why gaming as a whole thought is about to die. It's about to collapse because of the corporate greed. There's no excuse for what they're doing. People getting priced out, and the whole point of gaming is to get out of this world for a couple hours. We all know this world fucking sucks. It is. It fucking sucks. There's wars, there's people dying, and it gets you through a tough time. Like, talk about death. I just watched someone this week. Someone who's very, very close to me. And it's been hard. And I like to play games just to, ease the pain a bit. But if decoupling gonna do what they're doing with pricing people out of it, it's not gonna help their mental state. That's the whole point of these games. It's meant to take you out of your head, you know what I mean? And it's uncertain. It's very uncertain. I thought Xbox would have been the one that done what pricing done in 2013 by, being the good one. But what he done with the price increase, they deserve to die now. They do. I do think Xbox is a good machine. And the reason why I have so many low numbers is because of what they done in 2013. And what PlayStation doing lately by being greedy all that, and Nintendo too. For Microsoft had it in their hands. And what he done, he joined the corpos. And he said, yeah, I know it copied the favourite. No, I mean, it copied all the corpos, I meant. It copied all the corpos, saying, yeah, let's fuck these customers up. Even though the whole point of gaming is get more people into it. Especially console gaming. Because console gaming may be the cheap alternate than PC. So, that's it. So, if you like this video, please like. And my question of the day is, what do you think about this gaming class? You got 8 other reasons. Hear the comment below. And also, you'll see more videos like this. Please subscribe to my channel. This has been a Blue Games. See you on the next one.